Hi there everyone, welcome back. We're here with another video, and today I'm going to just go in with a very natural sort of dewy makeup look, as I usually do. If you've been following for quite some time now, you've noticed that most of my looks are kind of, they try to err on the lighter side of things, but today I really want to go just very, very light, and I'm actually going to try and even go very minimal with the coverage, the foundation. Now, I've just jumped in and cleaned my face. I haven't had any makeup on here. I have a little bit of maybe a shadow of eyeliner from yesterday, but that's about it. So let's first jump in with some really strong sort of skincare, foundational basics, and I'm going to jump in with a Caudalie serum, just to bring some hydration back into the skin. Oh, it's just so nice. This is a very, those of you who are sensitive to like a menthol smell, that might not be your go-to, but this is really nice sort of foundation. It's very refreshing. Now, what next? Let's go in with a nice serum. And jump in with Caudalie. Let's continue the Caudalie sort of trend here we've got going on. I'm going to take some resveratrol lift, and this is a serum. Just take a little bit on. I'm going to take a brush here, actually, foundation brush. I'm just going to sort of start painting my face with the serum. Bringing it down the neck as well. I just tend to enjoy application with a brush because otherwise my fingers get all like full of the serum, which is okay. I mean, it's good for your skin, but and I'm like touching everything else, and it just, I don't know. It just sort of gets confusing. I'm just paying attention, paying mine to go around the mouth even. When I originally tried the serum, I was just amazed at, even on the back of my hand, the effect it had. I really, it's a little much there. At how smooth and hydrated it really sort of made my skin look. I feel like with a brush, you can really sort of get in to the skin. How refreshing. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of, again, we're going to continue the Caudalie train. I'm going to jump in with resveratrol lift firming eye gel, and I'm going to take a little bit of that onto the back of my hand, and I'm going to take a smaller brush here. This is for a Pro Concealer brush. So fun fact, I actually also do energy work and astrology. I have another YouTube channel where I do that, and that's my full-time, well, it's just in general I do that, my full-time thing. And so, but I figured, you know, why not sort of create a channel to do other things that I love as well. Yeah, side note. All right, I think we're good with that. Oh, little tip. I watched another YouTuber mention this. She said, take wherever you put, you know, your eye sort of gels and such. She said, apply that as well to the earlobes and right around the jawline, and even just brushing with the other side of this, and right around the mouth even, and yeah, right around the mouth. Cupid's bow, where you have that sensitive skin. But gosh, look at the back of my hand. I don't know if you can tell, but it's just like so, it looks like visibly different. It's like smooth, and wow, it really sort of did something to my skin. Okay, I'm just seeing that. Okay, but anyways, always heed your personal torsion as well with the products that you feel drawn to. I'm gonna jump in with a moisturizer, of course, given that we are sort of very much skincare focused today. I'm gonna jump in with the Omori Visca Budapest. I love this brand. I was so drawn to it, just like, I found it in Nordstrom's actually originally, and there was just something about it. And I mentioned this on my energy-centric channel. I really am just very much following my intuition when it comes to pretty much anything, and products specifically. And I was really drawn to this brand. It's actually made in Budapest, and they use like minerals there from the, I think it's their sort of water pools. Anyways, it's a product of Hungary. This is Creme Eclatante. I'm going to take a little bit of that. I haven't used this guy actually for some time. I'm happy to jump back into him. I'm going to take that same Pro Foundation brush by Sephora that I used the overall sort of facial serum with. Okay. Are we having trouble talking today? Let's get that on the skin, nice and smooth. Oops. Yeah, I feel like I have really been I've been missing the skincare part of my beauty regimen lately, so I want to focus on that more, definitely. Take a little bit more of this moisturizer. And I've noticed lately that, like, when I use my moisturizers, when I wash my face becomes, like, really dry. And even when I'm using, like, you know, even like gel-based products or oil-based products, it's like something, yeah, I don't know. I have to, I think, look into that and probably start using more like moisturizing cleansers. Or Mervisca actually makes a beautiful it's called the Cashmere Cleanser. Oh my gosh, I hope I can maybe we'll do like a face washing video one time, and we can talk about that. But my skincare journey really started also largely in Japan. I've always been to skincare, but Japan, I was like, oh my gosh, like they're very, in Korea, they're very much into these things. So anyways, let's well, I actually started visiting spas in Japan, and bathhouses and these types of things. And in Korea, I visited it's called onsen. It's like a public bath house sort of, but it was, it was like they scrub you down and stuff. It's very cool. Let's jump into, I'm going to let this sort of dry. Lately, I've had this thing going on, my makeup peels off, and so I think I have to just let it sort of dry, and then apply the makeup. So in the meantime, we can sort of take a look at the different options here for makeup. Whoops. iPad case, oh my gosh. Set this down. So we've got a few different colors here. I'm sort of drawn to RMS Beauty today. I may jump into the sky. We'll see. This is Uncover Up number 66. And then we've got RMS Uncover Up 33.5. I haven't touched this guy in a while. I'm curious. Maybe I'll play around with that. And then we've also got Uncover Up number 77. And I actually originally jumped into these two specifically for bronzers and contour. So maybe that's what we'll do. 66 and 77, and then we'll sort of touch up with 33.5 with any blemishes. I'm thinking of that. And side note, gosh, I've really been sort of diving into this NARS like more than expected. This is in the color Ginger, I think, warm. Let's see. Yeah, Ginger medium 2. So that's also a recent love of mine. Yes, recent, really love that product. I need to clean up this area, but we are definitely looking at a few different products here. And we've got some NARS goodies and some other things that we'll work out. We also have a few other things over there that we may dive into. So I think this is dry though by now. And let me just set this back on the case. And then we will jump into the foundations. Okay. Let's see. You know what? Let's go in with a primer. I haven't primed for a long time, so that rhymed. Let me. I'm gonna go in with some eye primer as well. I'll jump in with the Too Faced. It's not really as natural as I would like, but let's use it. We've also got True Skin Radiant Priming Serum by Leah. It says shake well. Let's do that. And then I'm gonna overlay that with the Bite Primer. Again, just because we're really going in with such a focus on skincare today, I really want to seal the skin with everything that we've put in there, all those goodies. So I'm going to go in with my, again, serum brush. It's got a nice, just sort of fresh smell. It's like one of my pet peeves, like when product smells really artificial. So I've been really liking that when it comes to this Aaliyah line in general, actually. But yeah, what primers have you guys tried? What do you like? Feel free to comment and let me know. What's your experience with primers? And I may even take the excess, because I do feel excess. I'll take it down onto my shoulders. Assuming that, you know, if you're going to be using this brush on your face again, just make sure that your body is maybe, you know, take it as you will. You can make your decisions, but the ideal would be to have a separate body brush, but I just, yeah. Okay, don't want to waste that. Now, let's jump in with the Bite Change Maker Skin Optimizing Primer, and just let this sort of dry a little bit. And then I'm going to take some of this. And this is a much more thick primer. I would say that this is more of like a really true primer, like what you would think of, you know, when it comes to a primer. This is really more of a primer. This, like it says, is more of a serum. So it's a priming serum. So yeah, I feel like this is going to really do the job though when it comes to like actually priming. Although I'm pretty happy with this. My skin looks fairly, you know, sort of primed, but it is kind of also shiny. I'm gonna go in though with that Bite Change Maker. Wow. I've lately been really impressed with the Bite products. For such a clean brand, been really, you know, pulling for their products often. Very impressed. Let's go in with the eye primer now. This is by Too Faced. Just gonna take a little bit of that, and I'm gonna jump back in with the eye concealer serum brush that we used. I'm just going to lightly prime the eye. Okay, I think that we're good with that. We've done our priming, we've done our serums and moisturizers. Let's see. I'm gonna jump into RMS Beauty. I'm gonna let it again dry a little bit. I have to remember to do that because yeah, otherwise the makeup just peels right off. It sits on top of the primer. So we have to let this just sort of absorb really quickly. But I'm going to start to get ready to use this guy here, and let's use a different brush. I'm going to go with a Pro Concealer brush, actually. This is by Sephora. And it's just a sort of easily sort of manageable brush, which I like. I think we're ready. Uncover 33.5. I'm going to take some of that on the brush. Yeah, it's just got these really such cute bristles. I'm going to go in wherever I see any kind of blemishes. You know, I can't tell if this is really my color. It seems doable. It seems okay. I don't know if it has maybe a little bit of a yellow tint to it. And I honestly have not been grabbing for this guy. If I am quite honest, but let's see. We'll try it today and maybe that will change. Yeah, it's like I can kind of see it, and I'm not a huge fan of when I can see my makeup, like, for whatever reason, but it's okay. We'll continue. Try not to judge it too quickly. It's definitely a very juicy sort of look. I may want to, maybe it's a little too light. Maybe that's the issue. It's like a little bit yellow and a little bit too light for my skin right now. Possibly. Kind of reminds me of my Westman Atelier disaster of a product foundation color choice. That was my first makeup purchase online though, so, and I just eyeballed the color and it was like green on me. It was really, I was like, makeup is not for me. Like I undid the whole search almost right there. It was like almost all right there. But then I went back and I was like, maybe it's just the color. And it was, and I ended up getting the right color, which is great. To be fair, I haven't really reached for their foundation lately. It's a little thick, I found, and I'm not sure if it made me break out, but maybe we'll do a review on that at some point and end up seeing if our thoughts have changed. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with a little bit of a denser, thicker brush, and this is the Pro Contour brush by Sephora again. It's a little bit bigger, same sort of thing going on. I'm going to go over where I just sort of placed that foundation. Yeah, you know, what this is the thing here with this concealer is that it really is sort of like very, it does have coconut oil in it, I think. It's like oily, so you see it, and then it's like when you see it, you kind of like really see it. I don't know how to describe this. And again, it may just, I'm not sure if it's the color or what, but it's like something is standing out about it. I don't know. Maybe it's just my thing going on with the color, but anyways. All right, I think I've patted that guy on, and we are ready to continue the rest of the look. Let's turn the light up there a little bit. It's kind of hard to tell. All right, I'm going to jump in with, yeah, I think it's too light for me, you guys. I may go and actually change that color if I can, but Okay, you guys let me know though what you think as well. Now let's go in here with on cover up number 66. I'm gonna go in with that same brush. Going to just treat it like a contour. I think this is going to be an extra juicy look. Here, we may title the video that. Extra juicy. I'm just gonna go just very, very light with this because I think it can easily go sort of like almost overboard, and it is definitely more of like a very dark bronzer shade. I'm gonna just go in here. This is a very wet look as well. So just, yeah, like, I look oily, I do. It's like very obvious, and the color actually of this is maybe not a great fit. It's a little maybe too yellow, but we're gonna overlay it with some blush, and we'll see how that ends up sort of looking. But it is very like island lifey type, I would say, if I had to describe it as anything here. And what I'm gonna do as well is take that same color and I'm going to brush it onto the tops of my eyes. Ooh, I like that, right there in the center. Ooh, ooh. I'm liking this as an eye shadow. Wow, it sort of deepens the eye. Wow, I don't know if you guys can actually see that, but I love the look of that. Deepening the backs of the eyes. Okay, now I'm gonna jump in with, take a little bit of the deeper hue here, the 77, same brush, the contour full contour, and I'm gonna just deepen here, back here. I feel like this gives a really airbrush look. 77 really, I think, works well as a contour here for me. And just to give further dimension to the cheek there. Again, it may be a little bit too dark. Let's try it as well as even a shadow. Interesting. Even just bring it under the eye right there as a shadow. Yeah, 66 is a little bit, I think, maybe orange on my skin. Rather than brown, but it still has its look. We're gonna continue to play around with it. Before giving our final sort of thoughts, but okay. Now let's go in with the creamy blush. Should we go in? You know what? Let's dive in with some NARS. I'm gonna jump in with Orgasm. And this is the, I think it's called Airbrush Blush. It's a matte, air matte blush. Yeah, again, yeah, by NARS in the color Orgasm. I'm going to take some of this on with the same brush here, actually, Pro Contour again. And I'm gonna overlay wherever. Ooh, that is so pretty. Overlaid on top of those two RMS, 66 and 77. It really gives like a orange radiated look. Like, it really saved the look, I think, if I'm quite honest. Saved the colors there of 66 and 77. Made it much more realistic. Yeah. And it's really about the mix of colors. I'm gonna even take some of this guy onto the eyeshadow brush. I'm gonna just sort of bring it in from the corner. Ooh, that's so pretty, you guys. I'm loving the way this is turning out. Check it out. If you can see, I'm just bringing it from the corners of the eyes over. And again, we're still looking kind of oily, so we're gonna hopefully be able to work with that. I'm gonna bring the airbrush up onto where I placed the contour and blush situation. Yeah, I'm really actually liking this. I feel like we saved the look, you guys. Again, with the blush. Yeah, it's a very juicy island life look, you guys. Now, as I see it. Okay, now let's take a dive even further. We can get the camera there on, yeah. With brows, I've been jumping into Patrick Ta's wax. It's like 2 sentences connected by one. Okay, shaping wax. It's the tinted. So I'm gonna take this hourglass brush actually. I'm going to take some of the wax on with that here. I'm gonna start brushing the brows in with this guy. Beautiful, I like that. It's so subtle, but it's like still there. You can see I'm just taking some with the spoolie on the eyebrow brush. And you can really sort of just separate the brows the way you like. And it's so subtle. Love that. You can eventually dive in with a setting spray onto that wax, and then it will sort of it will make it even firmer hold. But okay, now let's take the hair down. Start to really get ready for the final look here. More clearly be able to tell what we're doing here with the look. And what else are we looking for? Maybe we'll jump in with what do we need on the lips here? I'm gonna jump in with some of this Mario actually. It's Pro Volume Lip Gloss in Rose Nude. I'm gonna take some of that. It's got this really pretty sort of shimmery color to it. I feel like this would be so pretty as well, just right on the backs of the eyes. But for that, we'll jump in with Gucci's Éclat de Beauté Effet Lumière Multi, I don't know if I said that correctly, but yeah, Lumière Multi-Use Gel Gloss. I'm going to hit this up on the high parts of the cheeks. Oh, that's so pretty. I love it, you guys. That's so pretty. It's really, really does complete the look. Wow, it gives it such a romantic candlelit look. Check it out. It's looking, I think, a little better now that we have adjusted the angle. Maybe I should just move this over to the side here. Anyways, okay. Wow, I'm liking actually the way this turned out. I may need to buff it out a little bit because I'm still seeing that sort of line from where we had the the contour and foundation, the contour and the bronzer and blush. So as a matter of fact, let's do that. I'm going to go in with that foundation brush actually and just sort of tap it out and buff it out and make it just really seamless, really more seamless. And I think what I'd like to do is actually also test out eyeliner here. Do we? Yes, we do. It's by Pat McGrath, and I got this just the other day. This is Permagel Ultra Glide Eye Pencil with Sharpener. It's in the color Eye Pencil 201, in the color Blitz Brown. Okay. It's just so pretty, you guys, this color. I'm gonna just line like the whole eye. Then I'm going to buff it out as a shadow. So I'm going to take the eye serum brush, and I'm going to tap it out, fan it out, give it just an ultra natural smudged effect so that it's barely detectable, barely there. And then I'm going to jump in with RMS Beauty Living Luminizer Glow Quad, just since we are kind of on the RMS train, because we're already on the RMS train, why not? And I'm going to take this guy, the lightest one, and just sort of highlight wherever it smells weird. I don't know what's wrong with this palette, but it's got a smell to it. I'm gonna go in wherever we placed the glow. And then I'm going to dive in with a little bit of a darker color here. Whoa, we are so balmy, but hey, I'm liking it. You guys let me know what you think. You know, these colors are maybe a little bit light, but sort of giving it that final look. And let's dive in with Pat McGrath Labs Fetish Eyes Mascara, just for a final sort of last lick. How do we open this? Huh. Bizarre. Okay, let's instead, one second, let's just jump in with our other Pat McGrath Labs Dark Star Mascara, Extreme Black. We actually opened this yesterday, and I wanted to even try it again anyway, so it's okay. Let's do this guy. We'll test it out in another video. Really sort of accented the eyes here. What I'm gonna do is go in with a little bit of an actual Flex Highlighter Illuminator in Iced by Milk, just to give the last little touch. I'm gonna go in with this little brush. Just going to put it under the eyes to open up the eyes even just further. And the corners of the eyes there. You can even jump in with this guy. There we go. Okay, guys, I think we're done with the look. How does it look to you? What do you think? Let me know. It's definitely a juicy look, focusing on skincare, and yeah, but it's sort of a mix even. You know, we did do the eyes after all, so just a little bit. We don't have any heavy eyeshadow, but yeah, we still sort of at least touched the eyes. And yeah, you guys, let me know what you think about this, if you would do this look. I'm quite curious. Let's see, anything else? Maybe we'll go in with just a little bit of a touch on the brows as well, just for that extra glam finish look. Given that we've gone in with mascara, it'd be kind of strange for the eyelashes to outdo the brows, right? So maybe we can even touch the lips up a little bit. Go in with some Pat McGrath Labs, Sunset Rose. That over the, sort of in the middle of where we placed the Makeup by Mario. And blend it out. You can even go in with just a dabber of Hourglass in the color Nocturnal Lip Gloss in the very center of the lips. Just to give some dimension, oops, to the lips. Oh my. And you know what? We can even take that onto the cheeks. We do have some extra there, and I'm going to wipe it off. Okay. Jump in with the, looks very clowny now. Give me just a second. Whoa. This definitely took the look in another direction. We're going to clean the lips there, but I'm gonna take it onto the backs of the eyes. I definitely look now like I've been working out a little bit. Gonna brush the lips out. And I'll take the excess to the lips. And if you do need to touch up around the lips, I would take a little bit of NARS. Well, I would take a little bit of your concealer. Take it on your concealer brush. And just sort of take it around. Even the mouth. And voila, there you have it. The final look. You guys, thank you so much for joining me in creating this look. It's just sort of juicy, minimal, natural, skincare focused. It is obviously shiny, so just keep that in mind. But you can always put, you know, some sort of like powder on top, some sort of blurring powder on top. But this is in general sort of what it's looking like. Again, let me know what you guys think about this look. And if you are, what other sort of looks you would like to see me do. This is just sort of for fun for me, so let me know, and I'll talk to you guys soon.